you are new here, my name is Louise. I'm proud mum to 2 adult children, Blossom who doesn't live with us anymore, Corey who does, and I've got 2 dogs, Chip and Dale, who are in the room with us, so you will hear little noises. That will be them. Also, if you are new here, my channel is a haul every Saturday without fail. I do random other bits, whatever's going on in my life, decorating, if I take the dogs out for a walk, whatever. That goes up during the week. Doesn't always happening not quite as much as I would like it to at the moment. I do also suffer with fibro, and I have just pains everywhere, and sometimes I just can't do it. So our hauls are a absolute gonna happen though. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, don't forget to subscribe down below. If you enjoy today's video, give me a like. It helps to grow my channel. I am having issues with words today. I'm just letting you know there's going to be a lot of cut bits because I've already struggled a lot and had to repeat a lot of what I'm saying. That's a fibro thing, not a lot I can do about it. So I'll try not to cut it out too much because that's me, so I'm not going to cut me out. Comment down below as well, don't forget to do that, and I do get back to your comments in the end. I don't think I've missed any, but I will let you know again if you're new here. Sorry I keep saying that because people that watch me all the time know all this stuff. So YouTube is having a thing with comments, so if I don't comment or give you a like or something, then it just didn't come up for me. So there's nothing I can do about it. YouTube's got its own thing going on at the moment. This week, okay, so we do have a budget of £60. It's getting, we were going quite a good few weeks. We've been really close to the 40s mark. You know, a little bit over, a little bit under, whatever. But because of all these price hikes, this week I've really noticed it. So I think we hit about 57. And I didn't get much fresh, so I do have a build up of things going on in the fridge. I have some salad still, I have fruit still, so I didn't really need any fresh stuff. Did shop in Iceland as well. I'm trying to stock up the freezer. We tend to have quite a lot of space at the moment. It's just Corey and me that are filling it up, and it's not like, you know, when you have an event coming up like Christmas or something, you need to use a lot of it. We don't need to use that. I have a little freezer in the shed as well, which I didn't realise is like pretty empty. So when I went past the shed the other day, I could hear the motor on the freezer going, so we're gonna have to start stocking that up. We were right up there on budget. Let's go on with the haul. Right, this is where our fresh bits usually go. I did get just one single red onion. Like I said, it's just me who eats the fresh stuff most of the time, and just thought it might be nice to have that in a salad. This was 8p just for the single one. Now, lemons I'm into again. I go through phases of lemons where I have them with everything and then I don't have them for a while. But we're into lemons again. These were 56p a packet. This tends to do me for a drink. So I was thinking of like 1 drink a day. Sometimes I can get a little bit more. It depends on the lemon. But yeah, I'm really into hot and cold drinks with my lemon in there at the moment. I'm thinking I might have needed more. I didn't really need potatoes. We're not really into potatoes much with what we're eating. I'm not going to buy stuff just for the sake of it. But Corey did mention he wanted a steak meal the other day. Now, if you've been here a while, when was the last time I bought a steak? Whenever that was, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. We still have that steak in the freezer, and Corey fancies that. So I thought I'd get some bacon potatoes. These are 42p for the 4, and I'm going to do him a baked potato and steak meal. I think tomorrow, possibly, we're going to do that with some salad or veggies or something. Not sure what with yet. Didn't need my coffee. I usually have a coffee here. I raided my cupboards and realised I had a load of stock from lockdowns and things that I didn't realise down in the corner, so I didn't need coffee this week. We got our 6 pint of semi-skim milk. That tends to do us pretty much through the week now. That seems to be the amount we're going through, so we're going to stick with that for a while. I picked up some caramelised hummus, caramelised onion hummus. Now this is 96p now. I think that's gone up a little bit. But this is really good. The flavoured hummuses I find are so good. They do a few in this range. Can't for the life of me think of them right now. But I did find some falafels in the freezer. So I was thinking, oh, yeah, falafels with hummus and squeezed lemon. That is so good. And some salad in it. Oh, yes. I like butter on my bread. Now, normally I would get this size butter, which is 250. But the 500 grams cheaper now. So before this was £1.50 for this size. It's £1.55, and this one is £2.94, so you're saving a few pence on doing it that way. So I'm getting double the amount, but I'm also thinking of cooking some bits this weekend or during the week or whatever, so I've picked up an unsalted butter as well because that goes in the recipe. Large thing of mature cheddar. This seems to be holding its price at the moment, which surprised me because I thought cheese would go up. It probably will at some point. It'll shock me and then it'll go up big. But this one is £3.65 for 825 grams, and it is a really nice mature cheddar as well. Run out of, well, I thought I'd run out of brown sauce, and I've gone a few days without it because I've been having it in my sandwiches, and then I found a bottle stuffed around the corner that I didn't quite see. So still back up one. These are 46p. Really enjoy the cheap brand brown sauce. Way better than the more expensive ones in my opinion. We got some eggs this week for the baking I'm possibly going to do. I say it that way because I have every intention of doing it, and I've got every intention of recording it. It doesn't always happen, but hopefully we'll do the cooking. And I needed it for the human cooking, and there's some doggy cooking as well, which I need egg for. Tuna, just bought the one this week because I realised we've got some stocks going on, so I need to sort out my cupboards so it all makes sense. This is 56p. This is the one in brine. It's the Asda's own cheap brand. Really enjoy it. Never had any issues. It doesn't have all the scales or bones or anything in it. It's really good. I think I'm possibly done with the tuna bakes. As you remember last week I said I've been eating a lot of tuna bakes. I think I may have tuna baked myself out. Feel like Corey may be the same way. We had one last week and he had chicken with his instead of tuna. And I made one for work for him and he didn't take it. So I think we may be done with the bakes for a little while anyway. I picked up some beans. I actually did finally run out of my 5p tins of beans that I got the bulk load of last year. We're out now. So I needed to pick up some beans. Now these are 33p for one can, or they're £1 for 4. And we will get through beans. I always like to have beans in the cupboard anyway, so it's a good saving if you need to get more than one can. If you're just after the one can because you really don't use them, it's not really a saving. But yeah, for me that was a good bargain. And I picked up a pot noodle just because they're 60p at the moment. I don't think they're ever going to go down to their 50p reduced prices that they're used to. I think 60p is our new normal price, sadly. Yeah, but I just wanted one to go in the cupboard. I like to have pot noodles just in there for, you know, sometimes you just fancy some noodles and it's just nice to have it there. It's easy to make and yeah, I just like it. And I haven't got any in, so I should have probably picked up more than one. I'll probably pick another one up if it's still on the deal next week. What else do we have? Oh, a custard. So I did have a custard. We don't eat it that often. And it was sitting in the cupboard for ages, but it was Corey's birthday the other day and I thought I'd pick him up at Greg's for breakfast because that would be his dinner when he finishes work. And they messed the order up and had to redo it, which I was fine about because, you know, we're all human, it happens. But she felt so bad, she offered some cake to Corey. So I got him a muffin because that was the only thing he would have eaten, and he likes his custard with it. So this is just to go in the cupboard, so it will sit in there. That was a long story to explain the custard, wasn't it? Minestrone Soup, this is my favourite, 45p, really good. Just like to have it in the cupboard and I don't think I've got any. So it's just trying to get a little bit of stock going because I had read something, Tesco chairman had said that he thinks prices are still going to go up. So I think I need to start bulk buying a little bit, maybe getting some stocks up again like we did in lockdown, possibly, thinking about it. Depends on how my budget goes. I was too close to do it this week. But maybe if I can get my budget down a little bit, then I'll start stockpiling a little bit. This was not on my list or anything. I was just in the reduced section having a look around. And it's already made mashed potato. This is the posh one. So this actually is creamier than usual. It has double cream in it. And it's got a butter and a sprinkle of sea salt. Just sounded good. And I just thought this would be a nice thing. You know, if you just fancy mashing, you can't bother to make it or you run out of potatoes. I'm going to shove this in the freezer. And it was 42p. So it was just one of those... You know, sometimes you're just lazy. Me, most of the time. So I like to have lazy options in the cupboard. Now I bought these just to be in the cupboards because, you know, randomly you just fancy some biscuits and I just like to have chocolate things in them. So these two I'd already picked up. This was 65p. These are like the fake Twixies. I really like them. In fact, I think I like these a bit better than the real Twixies. They're not massively big, but they do the job. Haven't had custard cream for the longest time. I think it's like 35 or 40p. but don't quote me. These are quite a good price for the amount you get in there. And there was, look, there's another chocolate there. This, I wasn't planning on getting this. This seems a lot excessive now, but this was one of those, you know, where they placed it right and it was as I was about to go out the store. So yeah, they got me on this one. It was £1 for 7 of them. It was the colour that I actually clocked first. And I went over just to see what it was. Salted caramel. I don't know why. You know, there's certain wordings on food that just attracts you to wanting to try it. Salted caramel is one of them for me as well. Doesn't say it's new, so it probably isn't. I don't buy clubs that often, but that was it. It was salted caramel club. Don't think I've tried it, but my brain's not that great, so I could have, which I'll tell you about one of those in a minute. Yeah, so £1 for one of them. I got collared. What can I say? So the baking, I wanted some red or pink dye. I looked at all my dyes, don't have anything this colour. I have more Halloween-y colours. I think that's when last time I bought dyes. 76p. Strangely enough, I thought this was going to be way more expensive, so I was quite pleased with that one. And I looked at all the sprinkles. Now they do the individual packs, but they're 98p, and when I worked it out, weights and everything, this is £2, so it's actually better to get this because you get 4 options. So if I got the individuals, I would have only got 2 options. So we got pink balls, we got like little pink, purple, white hundreds of thousands, we've got some purple and pink hearts, and then these are actually called sprinkles, I think, aren't they? Purple and pink sprinkles. So yeah, that'll go for the baking if I do it. If not, it's not a bad thing to have this. You know, Christmas I like to bake bits. Actually, don't think I did that this year, but hey. Decaf tea, I'm nearly out of mine. I love Tetley, and I usually drink my tea in the evening, so I don't go for caffeinated. I have enough issues with sleep without adding caffeine into the mix. The last packet I bought was the 80 packet, and I was going to just pick up that one again, but the 80 packet is £2.96, 98. Can't remember now. It was really, really close to it. But this packet was reduced to £3 at the moment. So for an extra few pence, you're getting double the amount. So that one was a really good bargain because these are expensive. I mean, they last me a long time, but they are expensive. £1.77 for the Dr Pepper still, or 2 for £3. I picked myself up a lemonade. I like this one. This is like the cheapest version of it you can get. This one is 17p. I think I'll probably like it because it is more lemony, whereas the next stage up in this is like got more of the sugar in it, so it's got that sweeter bit in it. I don't enjoy that as much. Always mention when I buy this, be careful, they tend to overcarbonate. Not all the time, but a lot of the time they do. So you'll open it, think the carbonation's gone. You know, when you twist it back on a minute to let it settle, and then you'll open it ready to go and it goes everywhere. So if you do get that one, just pay attention to that. The dogs' biscuits, I usually have 2 types, but I only have one in at the moment. I've been waiting them, these ones out, I've been waiting all the dog biscuits out. What can I say? I'm trying to save money. These are expensive, and I'm just, if I can save a few pennies, I do. These were going down to £2, and that's when I was buying them, but these are actually £3.29. So I had to bite the bullet. It was actually the last one on the shelf as well, but they do enjoy them. So we're down to 2. I only bought 2 of these this week, 2 of each flavour. We've got the beef pate and the turkey and chicken pate. They're 60p each. I actually random did this thing where I made me and Corey a chicken stew, some leftover chicken we bought reduced last week in that haul. If you've seen it, you'll know the one I mean. And we had a casserole mix, and when I made it, me and Corey both really just didn't want it. So I gave some to the dogs for the dinner, and they loved it, which made me start to think of homemade dog foods, because this is getting so expensive, and they enjoyed it so much. Even Chip, who's quite fussy, he had 2 bowls of it, so he really, really enjoyed it. So I'm thinking of maybe just having some of these, and then I'm going to try and get some like reduced veggies and things during the week. I need to do a bit of research because I need to make sure that they're still getting the nutrition things they need, but I'm not going to stop with the dog foods because I know these are balanced in a way that the dogs get all their nutrition, and because I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm not going to do it every day or anything, but I think I can save money doing it that way, and the dogs are going to enjoy it more, so I want to do that. This was a random, don't even know why I bought it. I know Corey likes Nesquik, and it was £2, and that was literally it. There was no thought process behind that. I just picked it up. He hadn't even mentioned it. And I bought the pittas to go with the hummus and the falafels that I'm planning on having. Now, they do Asda's own make, which is 45 or 49p, can't remember now. My brain's not working that great today, what can I say? These were 55, but when I looked at them, the calories are less on this, but these are bigger that way. They might not be thick nor this way, but they feel nice and soft. I don't know, these just looked better as well. They look more appetizing. The Asda have a very cardboardy feel and look to them, whereas these didn't. And I got the wholemeal ones, which I never get because I know Corey's not going to eat these, so I'll get the ones that I want. Yeah, I think even though these were a few pennies more, that these are going to be, I think there's more to it, so it's going to be a more substantial meal. So there's only a few pennies in there. I'm saving in some areas and spending in others at the moment. I need to get on top of this. This again was just a, as I was going out the store type thing, they had a reduced section. If you've been here before, you know I absolutely love these ones. These are the red onion and chive bagels. They sit really well in the freezer. If you just want to take one out, they defrost really, really well. They're perfect. And I normally buy them, they're $1.60 normally. I get them when they're a pound deal, but these, I don't know if it's, yeah, 86p. So it's just going to sit in the freezer, and then that's what I do. If I fancy something with this, I'll just pick one out in the morning and it's ready to go. These actually defrost so quick, like 20 minutes and you're ready to go. I do toast them though, so again, can't explain this one. I just saw them and really fancied them. I've got some bananas that are still okay and some hazelnut spread, and I just envisaged these maybe toasted or something. I don't buy that. I don't know the last time I bought something like that for myself, but really, really fancied that. 90p are my ready salted crisps. I've got 2 packets again. They go on the tuna bakes, but we have them with sandwiches and things as well. It's the salty, they're the perfect salt, the perfect crunch. I really, really love these. I always rave about these. Yeah, so they're a standard. If they're in store, I always pick up a couple of packets of those. Soft white bread. This is a standard. It goes in the cupboard. Corey randomly eats a little bit of bread. Not really. It's more me than him, so... But if I get the brown one, he's just not going to eat it at all. So I just like to have some bread in there for when he does fancy it. And there's no point in me freezing. He's not going to get it out and defrost it and stuff, because when he comes to eat, he's ready now type thing. So these are 58p, I believe, at the moment. And yes, I did crack into it because I shopped yesterday and I had a sandwich last night. I bought myself some tortillas, not sure what for, but I think I had a reason when I bought them. They're 76 or 78p. Again, I should know these, but my brain's just not working great today. So I bought myself the cool ones. These are garlic and tomato, and they actually had the nacho ones. Haven't had these for the longest time, so I picked up 2 for Corey. If I'd had more money to play with, I would have picked up more to stock up on them, because they haven't had these for the longest time, and the Doritos ones are actually full price at the moment. So yeah, we've got 2 of them just to go. He'll have 1 for this week, and I've already got dips that I bulk bought a few weeks ago, so we're good for the dips that he has with them. And that, sorry, that's my heating. That is, oh no, missed one. This was £3. This is breaded bites. It's the only one they had, because they have, I think, 3 different styles of this. It's just the shape of the chicken, and some have batter and some have breadcrumbs. This is the breaded. This is the breaded. He prefers the other one. They didn't have it. £3 for a kilogram, and they feel like just chicken poppers. I did think, because they said bites, they were going to be bigger, and they look quite big on there, but they're not. They're like really diddy. But he likes his chicken. He would have a meal with like chicken bits by the side rather than chips or something. That would be his option. That was the Asda. I went in Iceland and bought these, thinking I've never tried these before, and Corey told me yes we have. I was so excited. He said, yep, we've tried them before and I don't like them. So, oh well. I will eat them. I'm sure I'll eat them. £2 for the McCoy's. They're the ridge cut. They're like the crisps, but in potato form. And they're the grilled steak flavour. They only had those or the ready salted, and I thought, well, ready salted, just potato with some salt on it. I know there's going to be potato with flavour, maybe a bit different. But yeah, Corey apparently doesn't like them, and yes, we have had them before, so... Hey, told you my brain's bad. I picked up the bangers and mash because Corey did say he likes these. These blue packet meals are £1 each. He said this one is very, very good. I picked up the chicken stew and dumplings because he's mentioned dumplings a while. I actually do have a packet of dumpling mix and I just never get to do it. Just thought that'd be something different for him. So he's going to have loads of choices in the freezer when he gets back from work. This is another one that I bought last week for the first time after a long time. We have had it before. And this is the cheesy beans and sausage. He thoroughly enjoyed that one as well. And he said these are very big portions as well. So if anybody are thinking of getting these two are definite hits. This one he's got to try, so don't know yet. And the deep dish pizzas, he likes to have these in as well randomly. He'll have just pick up a pizza during the week. These are £1.50 in Asda still, but they are £1 in Iceland. So I picked up the Chicken Club and the Mega Mighty one. And that is it. Like I said, we was really close to budget, about £57. So we only had £3 to play with at the end of it. But it did get me to thinking when I left the store, because I have a 10-15 minute walk home. And it got me to thinking, like, I've really got to be more conscious about my shop now, clearly. And it also made me think about the people that are in a worse position. So I think what I'm going to do is get maybe just 1 or 2 extra things in a week and just put that straight in the food bank. Because I do the one at Christmas. I do the big, you know, where Corey and I, I've mentioned before, Corey and I do the big shop where we spend a set amount and we go in and get all the different, like, components of meals and treats and things. And we enjoy doing that as just our Christmas tradition thing that we do together. But I think because of the way things are going, you know, there's more people are having to use food banks now. So I don't feel like that's enough anymore. So what I'm going to do is I will just add 1 or 2. It will be like smart price things. You know, I'm not loaded. You know, I'm on a budget as well. But I can get in something else. You know, it may be just a bottle of cheap juice or a tin of soup or whatever it is on the week, or if there's a deal on something, and I'm just going to donate that straight away, so that won't be in the shop, but it's just going to be minimal amount of money. And I'm going to shop more consciously. I mean, there's a lot of things in here, you know, like the brioche buns, I don't really need them. The chocolate, don't really need them. So if we have to start going without those things, then we'll do it. And I could be more conscious probably about meal ideas and things. I don't know. My brain doesn't work that great for me to remember a lot of this, but I am definitely going to start donating, just even, like I said, just 1 thing a week. I'm just going to do that now, and I'm going to try my best to be a little bit more conscious on my food shopping. There are some basic things that I'm going to stick to just because that's what we do, but yeah, we're in that place now where we've got to. Things may settle, but I think for the next year everyone's going to really, we've all got to adjust, haven't we? So that's what we're going to do. And that is my haul. I feel like I've talked a lot. I always feel like I've talked a lot. So that's another week done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a lovely weekend, and I will see you in whenever the next one is. Bye.